Good morning to all of you. We are going to continue the same current affairs series that we are already dealing with that series from last few days. Okay. So we are moving ahead with a new topic that is totally related with current affairs and international relation to somehow India with some other countries, some neighboring countries. Okay. So today's our topic is India-Nepal border dispute. Okay. Earlier, border dispute with Nepal was not ever seen, almost negligible. But last year, in May 2020, it has been seen the dispute has been clearly visible between India and Nepal border area. Earlier, it was with Pakistan and China, but now it was with it is with Nepal too. Okay. So now we will see that what are actually the disputes between India and Nepal related to border areas. So we are moving ahead to the next slide and we will see some details about what are the actual disputes between India and Nepal. Now I hope it is clearly visible to all of you. Okay. So let's see. First of all, in recently Nepal has released a new political map. Okay. As like India has two maps, political map and physical map. Okay. So on the political map of Nepal, actually what Nepal has done, that Nepal has followed up a new map, political map. Nepal published and released a new political map in their country, in its country, and in that map, the Nepal claims that Kalapani is a region, Limpiadhura is also a region, and Lipu Lake. Okay, Lipu Lake, it is also a region of Uttarakhand. Actually, these three are the regions which are the part of Indian Union Territory. That is, Kalapani, Limpiadhura as well as Lipu Lake in the state of Uttarakhand are an integral part of Indian Union Territory. But what Nepal has done, that Nepal has released a new political map. Okay, and in that map, Nepal has shown that Kalapani, Limpiadhura and Lipu Lake as part of their territory, the territory of Nepal. But actually that all the three territories, that is Limpiadhura, Kalapani and Lipu Lake, are in the state of Uttarakhand, and Uttarakhand is in the part of Indian Union Territory. So I hope it is clear to all of you that what is the actual dispute between India and Nepal related to border areas. Okay, so these are the three areas: Kalapani, Limpiadhura and Lipu Lake. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you that what we are going to deal with today, the border disputes between India and Nepal. Okay, so what is the disputes? Now I hope it is clear to all of you. So I am moving to the next slide that will tell you something deep and details about facts about the area dispute between India and Nepal. So let's see. Not only those three areas, apart from those three areas, one area also had some dispute between India and Nepal. That area is Susta area, the area of Susta, and that Susta area actually fall in West Champaran district of Bihar. Okay, as all of you know that the state of Bihar is sharing border with Nepal. Okay, so one district in a state of Bihar, that is West Champaran. Okay, that is West Champaran, means Paschimi Champaran. So a place in West Champaran, that is Susta. Okay, Susta, that area is called Susta. So Nepal claims that this area is to begin to our land, but in reality this land is actually belongs to Bihar, and Bihar is the state of Indian Union Territory. So ultimately the area of Susta is an integral part of Indian Union Territory. But apart from Lipu Lake, Kalapani and Limpiadhura, Nepal also claims on Susta region of West Champaran, that is lying on Bihar state. Okay. So in the new map of Nepal, political map in last year that has been released in 2020, in that map actually four are the conflicted regions, okay, disputed regions that are shown in the political map of Nepal in the territory of Nepal. That's why there is a border disputes between India and Nepal. So what are the four regions on which there is border dispute between area of Nepal and India. What are those 4 regions? Limpiadhura, Kalapani, Lipu Lake. These 3 are falls in the state of Uttarakhand, and the fourth one is Susta region, that it falls in the West Champaran district, okay, of the state of Bihar. So till now I hope it is clear to all of you. Okay, all the 3 slides are clear to all of you, I hope so. So I am moving to the next slide. Now let's see, I have presented a map here to show that actually where is the disputed Kalapani region located. Okay, Kalapani is one of those 4 regions where the political map, the new political map of Nepal last year has shown that Kalapani is the land of Nepal, but in reality it is land of Indian Union Territory. So I will show the disputed region. Okay, so I will try to zoom it. Okay, so I am telling my cameraman to zoom it. Fine. So zoom this one on Kalapani region. Yes, fine. Okay, leave it. See, this is the area of Indian Union Territory. Okay, and this is Kalapani region, and this is Nepal. Okay, this is the red zone is Nepal and the green zone is Indian Union Territory. But Nepal claimed that this Kalapani region is actually found in Nepal in the new political map of Nepal. So here it is actually located. So the location of disputed Kalapani, see, it is Nepal and it is Indian Union Territory. Okay, Indian Union Territory, not the whole Indian Territory, it is just the a few part of Indian Union Territory. Okay, otherwise I will perform the whole map, then it will so difficult to locate that exactly location of Kalapani. Okay, I will also do that in geography classes. So normal this picture so that it can be more able to explain in this topic. So normal this picture. Okay, making a small this picture. Okay, so I am telling to a small this picture so that, yes, fine. See, here it is Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal. Okay, so it is the disputed region. Actually it is the disputed region. It actually falls in Indian Union Territory. Okay, it actually falls in Indian Union Territory, but Nepal claims that this Kalapani region belongs to Nepal in the new political map of Nepal that released in 2020. Okay, so I hope the location of Kalapani region is now okay and visible to all of you. So I am moving to the next slide. Now let's see, we will see something else. Okay, this is also a map in which you will see all those disputed regions. Okay, so make a large. Okay, make more large if possible. Okay, make more large. Okay, fine, it's okay. Now let's see, here actually it is Indian. Okay, this is all under the Indian Union Territory. Okay, all this is terminated as all under Indian Union Territory. Here it is Lipu Lake Pass. Okay, Lipu Lake Pass. See, as you can see that Kalapani, Lipu Lake and Limpiadhura all are located in this place. Okay, from here to here, from here to here. Fine, and this is the area of, see, this is Limpiadhura actually. This is Limpiadhura and this is Kalapani and Lipu Lake. Fine, so it is the map of India from this side only. So you can see that the whole locations is actually belongs to Indian Union Territory, but Nepal claims that it is the regions of Nepal. Okay, you can see that there is Lipu Lake Pass. This pass is too important. So here it is Kalapani. Okay, and here it is Limpiadhura. Fine, here it is Kalapani, here it is Limpiadhura, and here it is Lipu Lake Pass. Here it is Lipu Lake Pass. So these are the 3 disputed regions. Limpiadhura. So see, this is also under Indian Union Territory. Kalapani, this is also under Indian Union Territory. Not even that, even Lipu Lake Pass. Okay, Lipu Lake is also under Indian Union Territory. So I hope now it's more visual and more clear to all of you that what are the disputed regions of India and Nepal. So I am moving to the next slide. Now let's see. What are the reaction of India after publishing the new political map by Nepal? What is the reaction of India? See, India rejected the new map of Nepal. It's obvious that India is a sovereign country and India will definitely reject those kinds of means unfair things, okay, unfair maps. So in the same way, India had rejected the new map of Nepal, okay, and saying that Nepal's new map involves artificial enlargement of territories, means just it is not a natural one, it's just artificial, okay. The map has been prepared by Nepal government, Nepalese government, and it's an artificial map, okay, artificial area just occupied, not in reality, okay, in reality it is under Indian Union territory, which is not based on historical facts and evidence, okay. Nepal has done it. Nepal has presented these all the 4 locations, Limpiadhura, Lipu Lake, Kalapani and Susta area in their map, in their new political map, but those are actually not based on any historical backgrounds or any facts, okay, not any based on any proofs or evidence. That's why India had rejected this claim, because it's under Union territory. So I'm moving to the next slide. Now let's see. Nepal actually unilateral, not bilateral. Unilateral means Nepal only, it is the Nepal who has decided that this area is mine, okay. This is not bilateral. Bilateral means, bilateral will happen when Nepal and India will sit together and decide that yes, this is the boundary and this area belongs to Nepal and these are the remaining areas belongs to India. If this will happen, then this will termed as bilateral, okay, bilateral agreement. But this is not a bilateral agreement. Nepal has done itself, okay, by itself, means it's by, this decision is unilateral, not bilateral. So Nepal act is an unilateral act, fine, and is contrary, okay, contrary to the bilateral understanding to resolve the outstanding boundaries issues through diplomatic dialogue. Like whenever any kinds of border areas disputes arises between any of 2 countries, then what happens that both the countries sit together, okay, country number 1 and country number 2 sit together and agreement will be done that this is the boundary, okay, the side of this boundary belongs to this country and side belongs to this country is remaining to this country. So this is actually bilateral agreement, okay, and actually this is the right process to decide the area, okay. If any kind of disputes arises, then is the perfect way to resolve the issue. But Nepal don't acted like that way, okay. Nepal as unilaterally, not by bilaterally, unilaterally decided that these the 4 locations belongs to Nepal territory, but in actually these all are belongs to the Indian Union territory, okay. So I am moving to the next slide. I hope what I want to tell you I am making understandable to all of you. Now let's see. India urged Nepal, India is saying Nepal, India has said Nepal, okay, the foreign ministry of India has said to Nepal that to refrain from such unjustified, okay, such unjustified assertion and respect India's sovereignty and territorial integrity, okay. India has clearly told Nepal that respect our sovereignty and integrity, because these all locations are the part of Indian Union territory. These even not a single place from these all the 4 places belongs to Nepal territory. India has clarified it and said it to Nepal, okay, in a perfect way. So I am moving to the next slide. What is the reaction of India? I hope I am able to tell you. Now let's see. Nepal move come, okay, why Nepal did it, okay. See, there is a background behind any action and we will see that what is the background behind Nepal has done this kind of activity. So now let's see, be focused here, okay. Nepal's move, okay, or Nepal's move. Nepal has taken this action after India's defense ministry, okay, India's defense ministry recently, means in May 2020, I am talking about the current affairs of May 2020 right now, okay. So approximately in February, March, April, May, okay, February, March, April month, the defense ministry of India inaugurate okay, inaugurate Motorola Link Road, okay, that connects India and China and reducing the time of Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. Actually, what happened? Let's see. Stay on the same slide. I will explain you. What actually happened at India has constructed a road, okay, by the partnership of China. India has constructed a motorable road, means a motor vehicles will run on this road. For what purpose? India has done this because whenever the Mansarovar Yatra, it's such a difficult, the ways, okay, the roads of Mansarovar Yatras to reach at the Mansarovar Yatras is actually so difficult to reach the pilgrimage at that place. That's why India and China, a partnership organization, have make a road, okay, on those disputed areas. Okay, so India has made road. The Defense Ministry of India, I have just in a study class I have told you that in the northernmost areas and the northeastern areas, which authority has responsible to make a highways? It is not NHAI, National Highway Authority of India. It is BRO, Border Road Organization. So a border road organization comes under and works under which ministry? It works under Defense Ministry. Now see, connects the dot from yesterday class to today's class. Okay, only when you will get and able to connect the whole dots. Now BRO and BRO works under the Defense Ministry. So the Defense Ministry made this road on the disputed areas. After the constructing of this road, okay, after that the action taken by Nepal has been seems. Okay, Nepal's published a new political map in which all those 4 locations has been seen as included in territory of Nepal. So I hope till now the whole background behind this dispute, now you are able to understand the whole things. Okay, so I am moving to the next slide. See, the road which is prepared by BRO, Border Road Organizations, and Border Road Organization comes under Defense Ministry. Okay, so this road was actually constructed on the behalf of Indian and Chinese partnership. Okay, so this road passes through the territory of the Lipu Lake Pass. This is a preliminary question. Okay, that question may come that the Border Road Organization prepared a road and constructed a road on the disputed area, and that is the area is Kalapani or Limpiadhura, okay, or Susta area or Lipu Lake area. So in which a statement you will mark your correct answer? It is ultimately Lipu Lake. Okay, so Lipu Lake is that disputed area, okay, on which area actually this road has been constructed, okay, that Nepal claims that its own territory. That's why the action has been followed up by Nepal, and Nepal included not only Lipu Lake, apart from Lipu Lake, in Nepal shown Lipu Lake, Limpiadhura, Kalapani, and well as Susta area of Bihar too in their new political map. Okay, so the whole background behind the disputes between the border areas of India and Nepal now seems to be okay. Okay, now seems to be understandable to all of you. I hope so. So I am moving to the next slide. Now let's see. Earlier Nepal had protested against India. Okay, in India, published a new map which showed the region of Kalapani as part of the Indian Union territory. Earlier to Nepal has actually claimed that Kalapani is part of Nepal, but actually it falls in the Indian Union territory. This is telling the same thing. So I am moving to the next one. See, Nepal had also expressed displeasure, okay, displeasure on the 2015 agreement. Actually there is an agreement between India and Nepal in 2015. Okay, between India and China, sorry, I am forgetting, China and India, there was an agreement in 2015. For what purpose that agreement was actually done? For using the Lipu Lake Pass for trade without consulting Nepal. What had happened? Okay, now let's be clear about the background, the disputes, border disputes between India and Nepal. Now you will see the real background. Actually what happened in 2015, China and India has signed on an agreement that we will construct a road through Lipu Lake Pass, okay, for trading purpose between India and China. But both the countries have not consulted to Nepal, and Nepal claimed that Lipu Lake is the part of our nation. Nepal claimed, and India claimed that it is part of our nation, but in reality it is under Indian Union territory. In reality, so why India will consult other nations when India will construct any road in the Indian Union territory? Why? Okay, so India it is don't any kind of reason that India should do it. Okay, because it is under Indian territory. So why India will do it? Why India will tell to Nepal that I am going to construct a road to India and China through Lipu Lake Pass? Why India will do that? Okay, India is free. India is a sovereign country. So India has not consulted Nepal. Okay, even China has not consulted to Nepal. And by both the partnership, India and China prepared a road by the agreement of 2015. Okay. So I hope at the same time Nepal after that agreement has been signed, Nepal has expressed his concern. Okay, Nepal has expressed his displeasure, his concern about that agreement too. At that time too, in 2015. After 5 years of that time, Nepal has taken its action. Okay, by including those 4 areas in her new political map. So I hope it is clear to all of you, and the whole background behind the disputes between the border areas of India and Nepal is now more visible to all of you. Okay, so I am moving to the next slide. Now let's see a border dispute between India and Nepal. Okay, moving to the next one. Currently, India and Nepal have border disputes over Kalapani, I have told it again, Limpiadhura, Lipu Lake, Tri Junction. Okay, actually Lipu Lake is situated at which place? Where this side India, this side Nepal, and this side China. So it is actually a Tri Junction. Okay, Tri Junction. 3 countries have bordered at Lipu Lake. Okay, 3 countries have bordered, but actually Lipu Lake comes under Indian Union territory, falls under Indian Union territory, but this is a Tri Junction. Okay, Tri Junction, why? Because the border of 3 countries related here. Okay, interrelated here, India, China and Nepal. So currently India and Nepal have border disputes. Right now a border disputes between India and Nepal is on Kalapani, Limpiadhura, Lipu Lake, or you can say Lipu Lake Tri Junction between India, Nepal and China, and Susta area. So where is Susta area located? I have already told you, it is falling in the district of West Champaran, okay, of the state of Bihar. Okay, so I hope it is clear to all of you. What are those regions, where those are located, what are the historical backgrounds behind that? Okay, historical background not means from 2015 now. I hope from 2015 to 20, what is the situation between India and Nepal, that now seems to be okay for all of you. Now I am moving to the next slide. Okay, now let's see. Kalapani is actually a valley, not a plain surface. Okay, a valley type surface, a valley. Okay, not a plain field. Kalapani is a valley that is administered by India. I have already told you, it is under Indian Union territory and controlled by Indian administration. So Kalapani is a valley, not a plain land. Remember this fact. Is administered by India as a part of the Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand. Okay, there is a district in Uttarakhand, that is Pithoragarh. Okay, Pithoragarh in Uttarakhand. Fine. So there is a district in Uttarakhand that is called Pithoragarh. Pithoragarh, remember this name, Pithoragarh. So in Pithoragarh, Kalapani is situated. Okay, Kalapani is situated, and it is a valley. Okay, I hope not consuming more time, and the battery is the same. Okay, so it's a Kalapani, and that Kalapani located in which district? In Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand. Fine. So Kalapani is a valley that is administered by India. Okay, by India as a part of the Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand, is situated on the Kailash Mansarovar route. This Kalapani place is located on the route of Kailash Mansarovar route, Kailash Mansarovar Yatra route. Fine. So see how many facts are actually outing. Okay, source outing from these kinds of slides. Okay, it's really important one for preliminary examinations. Even for mains examination, any question can be asked by write the border disputed areas of India with its neighboring countries. This question may come also in mains examination. So if you will know the whole things, the detailed view, only when you are able to do it, otherwise you are not able to do it. Okay, by giving the simple facts you are not getting more marks. If you are knowing the whole things, then you are able to write your answer in a beautiful way. But this topic is really important for, more important for preliminary examination. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So I am moving to the next slide. See, Kala Pani is advantageously located at a height of over 20,000 feet. See, Kala Pani is a place which is located at a height of 20,000 feet. Okay, 20,000 feet. And why it is so advantageous for India? Why Kala Pani place is so advantageous for India? Because it is such an located at such a height from where it serves, this height serves actually as an observation post for that area. Okay, because if any location is situated at a very much height, then from that height actually you can see and you can visualize, okay, you can keep the eye on the lower regions. Okay, it's become so easy that if anything is situated on 20,000 feet areas, okay, and then it's become easy for that country to visualize and keep eyes on the surrounding areas that are just becomes the lower height from those areas. Okay, that is why it is so advantageously, and even it is the border areas, so it's also a really advantageous one because it is situated at such a height. Okay, India can keep eyes around surrounding to that area. Okay, so that's why Kala Pani is so advantageously region for India. It's located almost over 20,000 feet from the sea level. Okay, I will tell you the whole things that what is sea level in the geography classes. So I am moving to the next slide. Now let's see, students, the Kali river in the Kala Pani region. In the Kala Pani region there is a river called Kali river. Okay, Kali river. Fine. Kali river. Now again I am reading. The Kali river in the Kala Pani region, the actually demarcates the border, not markets, actually it demarcates. Okay, demarcates. Demarcate means dividing the boundary. Okay, demarcates means dividing something. So actually Kali river, see there is, just suppose it, okay, I am making it more clear to all of you in just an easy way, such an easy way. See, if this is a Kali river, just assume that it's a Kali river. Okay, Kali river. Now let's see, this river actually demarcates that one side is Nepal and one side is India. Okay, the Kali river in the Kala Pani, the Kali river in the Kala Pani region. Here it is a region, the whole region called Kala Pani region, disputed region, but it's the integral part of India. Okay, here is situated a Kali river, and it is has been decided that actually it is ultimately the Kali river who will demarcate the boundary of India and Nepal in the Kala Pani region. Okay, in the Kala Pani region. So this is the situation. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. Till now I have covered the main points. Okay, the main highlighted points of all those things. I will not left any single things about India Nepal border issues. Okay, stay with us, I will tell you the whole things. Okay, so I am moving to the next slide. Okay, see what the next slide is totally saying. What? The Treaty of Sugauli. Earlier a treaty has been made. Okay, treaty that like agreement. Okay, treaty signed, agreement signed. Okay, so you can see even an agreement. Okay, or treaty. The Treaty of Sugauli. Remember this name, the Treaty of Sugauli, signed by, this is a historical one. Okay, historical prospects. So the Treaty of Sugauli signed by the Kingdom of Nepal. Okay, and British India. It's, I am talking about the date of 1816, before the independence of India. Okay, so at that time there was a kingdom rule in Nepal, and in India British was ruling. Fine. So there was a treaty between British India and the Kingdom of Nepal, and that treaty was known as Treaty of Sugauli. Okay, Treaty of Sugauli. After the Treaty of Sugauli, after Treaty of Sugauli done after what? So Treaty of Sugauli done after Anglo-Nepal War in 1816 located the Kali River as Nepal western boundary with India. Now let's see what happened. Actually, in 1816, Anglo-Nepal war happened. Okay, Anglo-Nepal war happened between Nepalese kingdom and British India. Fine, in 1816. So after that war, it is decided and made a treaty. Okay, signed on an agreement as a treaty between the Kingdom of Nepal and British India, and that treaty is known as Treaty of Sugauli. Okay, so in that treaty, it is decided that it is ultimately the Kali River. Okay, Kali River. From Kali River, from Kali River, the one side is belongs to the Nepal. Okay, means the western boundary of India. The western boundary of India means India is something like that. Okay, so the western boundary of India, not western boundary, not means here. Okay, is this side. Western means the western boundary of India and Nepal, not western boundary of only India. Western boundary of India and Nepal. Okay, India and Nepal. So the western boundary of India and Nepal has been decided in 1816 by Treaty of Sugauli. Okay, so it is decided that the westernmost boundary of Nepal and India will be demarcated according to the flowing of Kali River. Fine. So I hope what is actually Sugauli Treaty. Okay, who signed Sugauli Treaty? Okay, so it is the Kingdom of Nepal and British India. Why this has happened? Why there is the chance to do this kind of treaty? Because Anglo-Nepal war had happened. Okay, in 1816, and in that treaty, what has actually decided? I hope I have already cleared it. So I hope it is okay for all of you. So I am moving to the next slide. Now let's see, students. I will zoom it so that you can again see the Kala Pani region actually. Okay, what I am telling you right now. Okay, fine. Remain here. See, here it is Kala Pani. It is Kala Pani. Fine. You can see that here it is Indian boundary. Okay, and it is the western part of Indian Nepal border. Since Indian western boundary is on this side. Okay, Indian western boundary on this side, like Maharashtra, Rajasthan. Okay, fine. But western boundary of India and Nepal border. So western boundary of India and Nepal border is here, Kala Pani. Okay, and here it is Kali River flowing. Okay, Kali River flowing. So it is decided that the western boundary of India and Nepal will be demarcated as border with this Kali River. So here it is Kala Pani situated. Okay, this is Nepal. Okay, so I hope now it is clear to all of you. So I am moving to the next slide. Now see something about Susta region that falls in a western Champaran district of Bihar. Okay, West Champaran district of Bihar, Susta region has been located where it is also disputed region, because in 2020 the political map released by Nepal, this area has also been showed under the area of Nepal, but ultimately in reality it is an integral part of Indian Union territory. Okay, so we will see some details about the Susta region that falls in Western Champaran district of Bihar state. So now let's move to the next slide. See, actually what happened? See, the change of course by the Gandak river is the main reason for the dispute in the Susta area. Actually what happened? See, Gandak river is an important river for a state of Bihar and for a district of West Champaran too. Okay, in West Champaran, actually Gandak river, okay, Gandak river located in West Champaran district of Bihar. So see, whenever there is a river, there is a possibility that that river will change its course. Change its course means if the flow of river is in this way. Okay, so it is possible that after few years, after many years, okay, in short not, after a crossing of many years, this course of, okay, the flow of the course of this river may change like this one. Okay, may this one, it is possible, or even this can be enlarged. Okay, this can be enlarged. Okay, this can be happen. Fine. So the a change of course of river may happen after many years. Okay, so that is actually happened with Gandak river in West Champaran. Fine. So ultimately decided that apart from one side of Gandak river it is Nepal and one side it is Bihar, West Champaran. But what actually happened that Gandak river has changed its course. That's why the area is not totally now demarcated. That is why and at the same location on the Gandak river, around the Gandak river, the Susta region actually, Susta area is actually located. And in reality, that Susta area belongs to a state of Bihar of India in West Champaran district. But due to the change of course of river of Gandak river, actually Nepal claims that it is also the part of Susta region, also part of our nation. Nepal claims it, and even Nepal not only claims it, in 2020 Nepal includes in his own political map. Okay, apart from Lipu Lake, Limpiadhura and Kalapani, Nepal also included Susta area of West Champaran, the district of Bihar. Okay, so why there is arising of issue related to Susta region, Susta area? Because of there is a change of course of river Gandak. Fine. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So I am moving to the next slide. Let's see. Susta is located on the bank of the Gandak river. I have already told you. So moving to the next slide. See, Gandak river in Bihar it is called Gandak river, but the same river in Nepal it is called as Narayani river. Narayani river. Okay, it is called in, this river is called as Gandak river in India as well as in Bihar as well as in West Champaran. All these three are in Indian Union Territory, but this river is called as Narayani river in Nepal. So it may come in preliminary. Okay, so that's why I have put it here. So I am moving to the next slide. Gandak river in India, or actually the Narayani river that is called Narayani in Nepal. So we will see Gandak because we are Indians. So Gandak river joins Ganga near Patna. Okay, Gandak river, see Gandak river meets and joins Ganga river in Patna, the capital of Bihar, the district, one of the district of Bihar. So Gandak joins Ganga river. Okay, it joins Gandak river joins Ganga river. Okay, and Gandak river in Nepal is called as Narayani river. Okay, Narayani river. So ultimately the Narayani river joins Ganga in Patna, or we can say that Gandak river joins Ganga river. Okay, Ganga river, the most holy river in the district of Patna, the state of Bihar. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So I am moving to the next slide. Now I will tell you the locations of Susta. Okay, fine. Yeah, stay on it. See, here it is Susta region. You can see here Gorakhpur, it is in UP. Okay, you can see here it is Kathmandu, that is the capital of Nepal. Fine. Let's see. I am making more clear to all of you. Just stay with us. See, it is Susta region. Okay, Susta region. It is the Susta region. Fine. It is the Susta region. Susta region. Fine. So it is actually located in Bihar in West Champaran on the bank of river Gandak. But Nepal claims that it's not the part of Indian Union Territory and it's part of our nation. Nepal said it, but in reality this is not the fact. Okay, the reality what is, as I hope all of you know and I have told you so many times. Okay, so here it is the geographical locations of Susta area. Okay, in Bihar it falls under Bihar. Okay, in the district of West Champaran. So it is the geographical locations. You can see that here it is the boundary. Okay, and this side Nepal, the north side of this area is Nepal and the south side from this area is India. Fine. Bihar, West Champaran. So I hope about Susta region it is clear to all of you. So I am moving to the next one. See, I am presenting the map only for that why we are analyzing more. Now we will see both the nations, okay, the stand of Nepal and the stand of India. Only when we are able to give an overview, okay. See what is Nepal's stand on these 4 locations. So we will see what is the standing of Nepal on those 4 locations. What are the arguments of Nepal given by Nepalese government on those 4 areas, that it is ultimately the our region. What is the arguments given by Nepal? After that we will see the arguments given by Indian government too. So first of all, let's see the arguments given by Nepal, stance of Nepal. So we moving to the next slide. See, Kali river originates from the stream at Limpiadhura northwest of Lipu Lake and Kalapani, and Limpiadhura and Lipu Lake to the east of the river and are part of Nepal Dharuchal district. The same one said, Nepal said that a Kali river has been originated, okay, from Limpiadhura, okay, Limpiadhura, and it is the part of, Nepal said that it is part of our Dharachula district. Nepal said that a Kali river has been originates from a stream, and that stream is located in Nepal. In the simple way, I am telling you, Nepal claims that Kali river originates from a stream, a flow, and that stream is located in from where the Kali river is originated, that stream is located in Nepal. Nepal claims that, and okay, and it comes under the Dharuchala, okay, the Dharachula district of Nepal. Nepal claims it. That's why Nepal saying that it's the Kalapani is the region of Nepal. But that is not the right argument. Okay, if any lake or even river is originating from any one country, then the river goes to even other countries too. Then the whole countries will be under this the control of this country. This is not any factual argument. Okay, this is not a right argument given by Nepal. So I am moving to the next slide. Again, see, Lipu Lake was deleted from the country's map. Okay, country's map by the kings of at that time to get favors from India. What happened? Nepal saying that earlier in British India time, Nepal saying that, hear my words carefully, I am clarifying here about this slide. Nepal saying that during the rule of British India, earlier it was part of Nepal. Now I am talking about Lipu Lake, not about Kalapani. Nepal saying that earlier times the Lipu Lake was under the part of the Nepal nation, okay, but during means British rule, actually what happened that the kings of Nepal wants favors from India, okay, wants favor from India. That's why Nepal has given Lipu Lake, okay, to India for temporary use. Okay, what kind of looking this argument is? Why? Okay. Why any one nation will give his land to other nation for temporary use? Why? Either Pakistan will give his any land to India to use temporarily, or either India will give his land to Pakistan to use his land temporarily. Not at all. This is a funny kind of arguments. Okay, so these are not actual arguments, but given by Nepal. So we are the UPSC aspirants, so we should know the standing of both the nations. That's why we are reading it. Okay, so I'm moving to the next slide. Again, the argument given in Nepal, another argument. Nepal said that the territory of Kalapani was offered to India by King Mahendra after the 1962 India-China war. Now it is about Kalapani. Okay, see, in 1962 war has been happened between India and China, as all of you know. Okay, 1962 war. Nepal said that at that time our king, means the king of Nepal at that time, that is King Mahendra, has given this land and means want to help Indians. Nepal claims it. Okay, Nepal claims that during 1962 India-China war, Indo-China war, Nepal wants to help India. That is why Nepal has given the Kalapani region to India for temporary use. Okay, for temporary use also. Okay, to use security purpose for Indians. Nepal claims it. Okay, but in fact this is not reality. So I am moving to the next slide. Now we will see again argument given by Nepal. Nepal says that Kalapani was not a part of Nepal India dispute. Now okay, it was Nepal stated that the king had allowed India to use temporarily. The same thing. Okay, Nepal is saying that it is not a disputed area. Okay, not disputed area, it is our area. Nepal said it. Okay, the argument of Nepal. Just the king of Nepal at the previous time has given this land to India to use temporarily basis. Okay, the arguments have been given by Nepal. But moving to the next slide, I hope it is clear to all of you. Now we will see the new, but first of all see it. The new map is in fact a document that was in circulation in Nepal till the 1950. Nepal also saying that till 1950s in the map of Nepal, okay, these are the regions under the map of Nepal. Nepal said that till 1950, okay, means before the almost around the approximately area time of independence of India, till that time Nepal claims that till that time these four areas are mentioned in the political map of Nepal. Nepal claims it. Okay, Nepal claims it. And after 1950, actually Nepal claims that India occupied those lands. Nepal claims it. Okay, so moving to the next one. Till now we have seen the standings of Nepal. Okay, now we will see what is the stand of India. Okay, so moving to the next one, and we will see that what is actually Indian government is saying and what is actually reality. Now let's see. India said that Kali river originates in a springs well below the Lipu Lake Pass. India said that no, Kali river doesn't originate from the area where Nepal is actually saying. India says that Kali river is originating, okay, in a springs well below the Lipu Lake Pass, and Lipu Lake Pass belongs to the Indian territory. Okay, Lipu Lake Pass. So India says that this Kali river originates from Lipu Lake Pass. Okay, and the Sugauli Treaty does not demarcate, not the market, it does not demarcate. Demarcate means dividing. Does not, and India also saying that Sugauli Treaty has been done by Kingdom of Nepal and British India. Okay, in 1862. So India is saying that Kali river does not originate from where Nepal is saying. Actually, Kali river is originates below the Lipu Lake Pass, and India is also saying that the Sugauli Treaty does not demarcates the north area of the streams. Okay, the north area means the western area has been demarcates. Okay, but the north area means the upper area, this Kali river has not demarcates that area. Okay, India's arguments. See how this the facts India is presenting. Okay, you can easily say that the arguments of India is actually seems to be real. Okay, because ultimately it is the reality. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So I am moving to the next slide. Okay, now we will see another arguments given by Indian government. Okay, India is saying that the administrative and the revenue records of the 19th century. 19th century means from 1800 to 1900. Okay, India is saying that you can pick up the revenue records. Okay, the records of taxing systems. Okay, the records of land revenue. Okay, so the revenue records and the administrative records of the 19th century from 1800 to 1900 also show that Kala Pani was on the Indian side. India is saying that. Okay, and India has proved because India has records of revenue and administrative records. So India have the real facts. Okay, so India is saying that during the 19th century India has administrative and revenue records. Okay, that Kala Pani was on the Indian side and counted as part of the Pithoragarh district of Uttarakhand. Okay, so I hope what this slide wants to tell you, I am able to clarify the whole things. Fine. So I am moving to the next slide. Now what are actually the efforts to solve border disputes? See, there is a dispute between India and Nepal. So there will be and there should be, there must be some kind of efforts to resolve this dispute. Okay, not like that the disputes between India and Pakistan borders will be continuing. There should be a committee or the governmental, intergovernmental movement to resolve this issue. So what are the efforts that has been done to resolve the or efforts to solve the border disputes? We will see in the next slide. Okay, so moving to the next one. See, in the 1980, the two sides means India and Nepal. In 1980, India and Nepal set up the Joint Technical Level Boundary Working Group. Remember this name? Okay, remember this name. Only just revise 2-3 times. Okay, because it will be only a preliminary type questions. That which committee has been set up by both the nations to resolve the border disputes. So when you will see the options, you will easily find that yes, this is the. So don't need to remember it. Just revise 2-3 times. You will easily get it when you will see this name on the paper. So in the 1980, the two sides, that is India and Nepal, set up the Joint Technical Level Boundary Working Group. Joint Technical Level Boundary Working Group to delineate the boundary. Okay, delineate the boundary means to demarcate the boundary. In 1980, this committee has been set up. Fine. So I hope it is clear to all of you. Even it is possible that this group will be named and said that this group has been set up for which purpose. Okay, and 4 option will come. Okay, for disputes between India Nepal, India Pakistan, India China, or India Bangladesh. So the correct answer will be India and Nepal. So I hope it is clear to all of you. So I am moving to the next slide. I hope I am not consuming more times. Okay. So let's see. The group demarcated everything. The group demarcated everything except Kala Pani and Susta area. At that time, okay, that group, which group? That group has been set up by both India and Nepal in 1980. That group has demarcated, means divided all the areas between India and Nepal, saying that look, this side is Nepal, this side is India, demarcated. Okay, demarcated officially, except 2 regions, Kala Pani in the state of Uttarakhand and Susta area in the state of Bihar, okay, in West Champaran district. So this question may also come that mark the correct statements regarding the committee, joint committee set up by India and Nepal to resolve the border issues. Okay, and number 1 option will be given that all things have been demarcated, all the places has been demarcated except Lipu Lake and Kala Pani. Second option, all the areas have been demarcated except Susta region and Lipu Lake. Number 3rd option, all the areas have been demarcated except Susta region and Kala Pani. Number 4 option, all the markets have been demarcated except Limpia Dhura and Susta area. So on which option you will mark your statement? Option number 3. So this kind of question is generally asked by UPSC. So you have to adopt yourselves in this way, according to which UPSC is generally asking the question. Okay, so remember this fact, otherwise you are going to miss 1 year. Okay, so moving to the next slide. Now let's see, officially whenever any kind of will be officially, then it will be governmental based. So officially Nepal brought the issue of Kala Pani before India in 1998. Okay, since in 1980 that group has been set up. Fine. After setting up the group, all the areas has been demarcated. Okay, demarcated. Only 2 regions left for demarcation, that is, focus here, Kala Pani and the other one is Susta area. Fine, Susta area. So Nepal, after the finalized of all the disputed areas, what Nepal had done that approx in 1998, okay, 1998, Nepal started to a dispute for Kala Pani regions. Before 1998, Nepal has never, after 1980, the resolving, the demarcation has been happened. Okay, Nepal has never raised any kind of issue on Kala Pani region. But from 1998, Nepal has started and raises issues on Kala Pani regions. Okay, this is ultimately the fact. So question may come that from the earlier times Nepal has claimed about Kala Pani, not at all. Okay, because there is a gap between 1980 and 1998. So I'm moving to the next slide if there will be any left. Otherwise, I'll be finished it itself. Yes, it is left. Now let's see. Both sides means India and Nepal agreed. Okay, ready means ready to demarcate the outstanding areas including Kale Pani by 2002. See, India and Nepal had decided that both the nations will held a prime ministerial level meeting. Okay, prime ministerial level meeting, and it is decided that till 2000 by 2002 the region of Kala Pani will be demarcated. Okay, it will be divided. Okay, demarcated also on the prime ministerial level talk. Okay, this talk has been held even in 2000. It is decided that till 2002 we will resolve issue. Both the countries have committed it. Okay, both the prime ministers level high level meeting has been also been done in 2000, but has not happened yet. Till right now this has not been happened yet. Okay, so till now that is why Kala Pani is a disputed area till now. So if any other slides remaining I will cover, otherwise finish itself. So here it is finished itself. I have covered all the facts related to the India-Nepal border issues, India-Nepal border areas issues. Okay, I have covered one important one topic today. Okay, it's so important topic that it's almost 15 question or 20 questions made from this topic itself on preliminary based, and even 3 to 4 questions based on for mains examination. Okay, so I will cover other topics from tomorrow classes. Okay, today only one class will happen for only current affairs. We will organizing for other classes too. It will take few times, but we will do that, and we will finish the whole syllabus on time what we have committed to all of you. Okay, so don't mind at all. So only one class for today. Okay, it is uploading, that is only one this class, that is current affair. So thank you. We will meet tomorrow again. Thank you, students.